don't think we learned anything new. I said earlier in the year that we're a team that's going to fight through adversity. You know, that the old stuff that we used to go through and just kind of put our head down and forget about it. That's not who Penn State is anymore. That's not who we are anymore. You know, we're definitely a bunch of fighters. We're willing to play physical football and really by any means do whatever we have to do to get a win.
Coach called this win gutsy. Can you talk to me about the guts that Trace McSorley showed, just continually stepping up in the face of pressure, putting the field down, or putting the ball downfield rather?
And I mean, that's really not a surprise. It's kind of what he does every week. But specifically this week, you know, it was a closer game, really physical football game, and you know, Trace was able to, you know, do whatever he had to do, whether it was, you know, use his feet, whether it was make the right reads or get the ball down the field to some playmakers. So I mean, he did what he had to do, and we're just thankful to get a win.
What did it mean for you guys? Coach Franklin called it a gritty win to be able to battle back through adversity.
I mean, definitely through everything, you know, this game that gave us, you know, adversity-wise, with guys going down on offense. We just needed to keep our, you know, our jaws set, keep going, keep fighting, and we just had to find a way to win, you know. So I'm pretty happy with the outcome. Obviously, you know, we're 8-2, and now we're just on to next week.
And sacks all over the place for you today. You know, what was beneficial in helping you be able to see the read and get right to the quarterback?
You know, just playing fast, watching film always helps, and you know, the situation that we were put in a lot of times, and you know, we had to force the offense to throw the ball, and Indiana's side was allowing us to get some pressure. So.
Defensively, you know, what did you see in terms of from the first half to the second half that really helped you guys, you know, become successful, you know, stops and things?
I'd say the biggest thing is we have a small but very meaningful group of veterans that came into this program. There's a lot of diversity. So, you know, being down at halftime or being, you know, tied at halftime is no biggie for us. And I think those young guys really buying into everything we're saying and our attitudes going into the second half. Everyone just kind of calmed down, and so if everyone does their job, we're going to win this game.
As one of those veterans who has come in and battled through a lot of adversity, you know, what were you saying to some of the younger guys to keep them calm?
Yeah, at one point I was very, very vocal and very loud. But I said, hey man, we just have to do our jobs up front. You know, get to the quarterback, be disruptive, get them off schedule, and we're going to win this game.
Ryan, as the leader of the offensive line with guys going down, what do you try to do? What do you try to say to the guys who are coming into the game?
I think you just have to instill like confidence in them. I mean, a lot of guys know it's their first time playing. Like Steve Gonzalez, he stepped up really well today for us. So I think you should let them know that they're physically able to do this, and they should go out there and do it.
Do you feel like you have to say anything to these guys before they go in, like, you know, getting pumped up, or do you think they?
It's usually just a, hey, you got this. Don't panic. You know, things are going to happen. Something goes bad, next play mentality, stuff like that.
Ryan, you mentioned instilling that confidence in your teammates when you guys are coming in. At what point was that most important today? You know, when you were down 10 or another point?
I mean, we've come back before, so it's just like we've done this before. You had to have faith, you know. I think Coach Limegrover said it perfect after the game, you know. Faith is believing in something even though you don't see it. So, I mean, we weren't seeing the benefits. We weren't running the ball great, and offense wasn't really moving the ball that well in the first half. So we really just, you know, had faith in the program and Coach Moorhead and Coach Linegrover, and it turned out the best for us.
What could you say that you saw out there that gave you guys, you know, the boost to be able to get through it?
Yeah, the way Coach Franklin described the gutsy win, I agree with him 100%. That was a tough team. They had a great game plan on defense, and they played their butt off on offense. We just got to come out and execute a little better, but they did a really good job, and that's just kudos to them. And they were a tough team. They played physical. They were playing for a bowl eligibility game, and they came out. They played really tough, and we just got to match their toughness, and we were able to do that. And it was an ugly win, but any win's a good win.
And speaking of toughness, you know, you really having to battle through some adversity. You know, at times when you maybe felt like you were getting a little bit frustrated, you know, what were people saying to you, and what were you thinking in your head to get through it?
Only thing I kept going in my head was patience, and take care of the ball security, because they kept giving us opportunities. We got to take advantage of opportunities, but they kept giving us opportunities and kept us in the game, really. And I mean, as a running back, everything's not going to go your way. They did a really good job with their game plan. Kudos to them. But just try to stay patient and take what they can give me. I kind of got out of that a little bit, kind of missed some cuts, try to force some stuff. But that's where I think I grew as a lot of player maturity, and just whatever they gave me, I was trying to take what they gave me. And sometimes I tried to do too much, but fortunate at the end of the game, being able to get an end zone, a great job by O-line, and helped us get 38-31, I think the score was.
Marcus, how tough was today?
It was a tough game. They're a great team. They're physical, and they're finesse also in the passing game. and I got a lot of respect for them. But we still overcame and got our W.
What's going through your mind when you guys give up the lead in the fourth quarter?
Just be calm and take over. No one went crazy about it like out of order. The sideline wasn't out of order or anything. Everything still seemed like everybody could believe and know we gonna get the W.
Tracy's he's a really tough guy. He's a tough guy. He's a smart guy. And so just seeing your quarterback go through some adversity, and to be able to fight through it, it's big. For your team morale, knowing that he's going to keep fighting, to the end.
Seemed like he was constantly coming to you in the clutch, and you were coming through with some really key plays. What was working between the two of you today?
I think it was a combination of things. The line was giving them some good enough time to get the ball downfield. We left some plays out there, but I think we were able to capitalize on a couple of those big plays that were key for us moving forward.
Somebody like Deshaun Hamilton, how exciting was it to see him, getting out there and making some big plays?
Yeah, it was awesome. Deshaun, he's a team first guy. So obviously, he would like to be involved a little bit more. But just seeing him, make the plays, when it came his way, it's awesome. He's a great teammate. So being able to see him have some more success is awesome.
Through all the games this year, you guys have found different ways to win. How would you kind of characterize what today's recipe was?
It was a fight to the end, exactly what you guys saw, really. And there's no doubt in our blood. It was a good team we faced. They made their plays, and we just had to keep battling back. And each time a different guy stepped up, like Coach said, and it's been like that all year.
During 22, you had 3 games where you come back from down double digits in the second half. What does that say about maybe the perseverance and the it factor that you guys seem to know how to win?
Just that mentality that this team has, that never say die, never quit attitude. That's the biggest thing. We were down 10. We've been down by double digits multiple times late in games. But there's never that kind of feeling where it's like we can't come back from this.
Why is that, do you think?
I don't know exactly why. I think that's just, it really starts with the leadership that we have out of the senior leadership and guys that always feeding that belief through the entire team. Starting with guys like Gaia, Mike, Saquon, Deshaun, Chris, Saeed, guys on the outside, offense, defense too. There's not one person on this team that thinks that we're not going to win. We're not going to come back from leads like that.
Does it coincide some with the fact that you guys have a lot of quick strike scoring? You can score in a minute or 2, 3 minutes, and you're able to come back from pretty big deficits pretty quickly.
I think it's a little bit of that, but honestly, I think personally it's just more the mentality that we get from our senior leadership and from guys on this team. You got guys like Mike, who this year over the last couple of years he hasn't been very vocal. This year he's one of the most vocal guys on the team. With we don't score, have a bad drive. He's one of the first guys walking up and down the sidelines, getting guys going. I'm talking about we need to get this next drive, and that leadership that he's showing. You see one guy do it, then another guy does. Just a domino effect all through the line. So we got a ton of great player leaders that I think that's really is the heart of this team.